Hello, hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Okay, I think in last class we discussed about this and we did some configurations in material master. Now today we'll see how to create material. I think in last class we discussed material or master data in MM. So these are the master data. Vendor master data we already created. Now today we'll go with material master data. Material master data. Okay, so material master data who is going to create? MM end user used to create the material master data. So creation of material master, T code is MM01. Edit or modify material master, T code is MM02, and display material master with MM03. To create the material, we come across with many fields. Like that, in vendor creations, we come across with general data, company code data, and purchasing data. Like that, while creating material, we come across with many fields. Here in material, we cannot or we will not call as fields, it is called as views. So, views or fields like basic data, data 1, then basic data so please mute yourself. Basic data 1 and basic data 2, then purchasing data, then purchase order text, sales org data 1, sales org data 2, sales text, sales or general plan data, right, like that. Then MRP 1, MRP 2, MRP 3, MRP 4, accounting 1, and here we can add one more, plant data or storage 1, plant data storage 2, accounting 1 and accounting 2, and costing 1, costing 2. Like that we are having so many fields. As per the material characteristics, we can select the views and we will create the materials. Whereas this basic data and purchasing data, which is related to or which is comes under MM level, and this sales org data and sales text and sales general plan data, that comes under SD part. Then MRP MRP, material requirement planning, that is purely production data. Production means PP. Then accounting, it's finance, costing is controlling. So while creating material, we need to input the data in this particular fields. Input data in this particular fields. So as we discussed, as per the attributes or as per the characteristics of the material, we are going to select the data. Whereas in raw material, we are going to use basic data, accounting, MRP data. And sales data we are not going to use. And for finished goods, we are going to take goods, we are going to take sales data and other data also, but we are not going to use purchasing data for finished goods. Like that, for spare parts, we are not going to use sales data. Costing, we are not going to use. MRP is also not going to use. Only that normal things will be used for space. Like that, the characteristic on the basis of attributes, we need to select this data. The materials will be with, or while creating material, we are going to interface with these many departments. Okay. Now I'll come to system. I'll go to easy access, logistics, materials management, then material master, material, create general, MM01 immediately, or we can schedule the material creations. Means it will be get saved in the system, but on which date or what are the date we mentioned, on that date system will activate that material. Okay, system will activate that material. I'll go with immediately effect creation, MM01 I'll go with, and here material I'm going to leave blank because I maintained or I created the, I configured the number ranges. System will take that number ranges automatically if I'm going to leave this blank. Industry sector, as I told you, we tried to create that industry sector, but we're not able to create because so many users has created. Now I'll take the existing industry sector to create our material. So I'll take mechanical engineer. Then material type, in our previous class we have created material types, right? Raw material, finished goods, parts, like that we created. I think RPRM is my material type, right? This is my material type. Last class we created, right? So I'm going to select that one. First I'll create the material under raw material type, and later we'll create with other material types. Now I'm not having any material exist in the system, so I'm not going to use copy option. So I'm not going to input anything here. Just I need to input industry sector, material type. Okay, here material I'll leave blank because material numbers we configured in the backend. System will take that number. Okay, enter, press enter. It will ask for the views. Yes, MS, tell me. Copy means if you're having any existing material, you can copy from that material.
But we don't want to create one, if it is there.
Yeah, we are not creating. But if you want to create, you can have the option to copy. But right now we are not having, right? So assume that you created this material. After that you want to create a similar to this, then you can use copy option. Instead of inputting all the data, you can copy options. Fine. So so these are the data as I mentioned here. these are the views I can see here. So I selected basic data 1 and 2. I selected purchasing. I selected purchase order text. I selected MRP 1 and 2. MRP means material requirement planning. Then I selected general plant data storage and I selected accounting 1. For raw material, I used to select these views. Okay. Or else you can select by clicking this MRP1, MRP like that. According to your requirement, you can select. But here for creation of raw material, I'll use this much views. So later I'll show how to use other views and how to add other views. I'll show that one. Now I'll click on enter. Now system is asking for which plant you are creating the material and which is the storage location. In our previous class or in enterprise structure, we created our plant, right? So RPP1 is my plant. If you know the things, you can type it here. Otherwise, just click on this button and you can search your plant and storage location. So, okay, RPP1, RPL1, right? RPP1, sorry. This one is my plant. RPP1 and RPP2. Two plant is here. So I'm going to select RPP1. And for that I am having the storage location. Okay, so I'll take storage location as RM. Means raw material. Whenever I used to purchase the raw material, I'm going to store it in the raw material location. Press enter. It will come to basic data 1. It will come to basic data 1. See here, the system has taken these numbers automatically. In our previous class, hope you remember, in MMNR, in T code MMNR, we configured number ranges regarding material. This is my number ranges, right? If you double click on that, this is a number, right? System will take that number. Automatically, because at the time of creation of material, I had given the material column as blank, right? So system has taken automatically. Here I need to input the description of my material. Say I'm giving RPL and raw material. I'll give RPL raw material. Okay, then here base of unit measure. What is this base of unit measure? Unit measure means how you are going to measure this material, whether you are measuring in kg or pieces or dozen, like that. Okay, if you press F4, you will get a created unit of measures. So from that list you can select. See here. So these are the unit of measure: box, bag, bottle, then bushels, curtain, Celsius, like that. Here I'll use each. Then material group. Remember, we created the material group. Press F4 and select material group we created. Right, 3 material groups are there, like RPL MG, RPL oil, RPL services, right? Okay, I'll select RPL MG. Okay, if you're having any other material number or old material number, you can mention here. Then external material group is there. If you want to assign, you can assign here. Standard material or high end material, low end material, you can assign here. Okay, I'm not going to input anything here. Divisions, as we are having the divisions, we'll use the divisions, like retail division, wholesale division is there. I think think RPL, retail division, R4 is there, right? Then lab or office. In yesterday class we discussed about lab or offices, right? Or if you not remember, I'll go with the configurations once again. I'll go with IMG. I'll go with IMG. Then logistic general. Logistic general, then material master. Settings for key fields. There we discussed about laboratories and offices, right? These are the laboratories which is maintained. If you want to create, you can create by clicking new entry, as I told you on that time. So you can mention here product allocations. What is the use of this material? How we are going to allocate this material? You can mention here. Okay, allocation list like that. It is not created. Okay. Then explant material status. What is explant? Explant means not previous plant. Explant means across the plant. What is the material status? Hope you remember in previous class we discussed about material statuses, right? So that can be managed here. Status we can manage here. So this material, whether this material, whether it is open or block. Okay, this is the status of material. We can mention here, and valid from date. Assume that you block for some reason for some times, but here I can give from when we are blocked. That is a date when we can block. That is the date of blocking. Then general item category group. We are having so many groups. Here I'll take NORM. NORM stands for standard item. Standard item. Okay. Then I need to mention the weight of this material. How much it weighs. How much weight? Say I am going to 1 kg gross weight kg. Weight unit is kg. Then net weight is also kg. Volume, size, dimension, that can also we can mention here. Then text, basic text, we can mention English. Okay. These are the data I need to input in basic data 1. Next I'll come to basic data 2. Basic data 2. Here no need to fill anything here, Then I'll come to purchasing. Now I come to purchasing. There, base of unit measure we already mentioned. Then each is there, right? And order unit, there is a option called order unit. What is order unit? Order unit means we can manufacture or we can purchase the material in piece, but we are going to order it in dozen. Like that, individual single piece we cannot order, right? So we need to order whether in dozen or in crate or in bag. I need to tell. It is not mandatory. It's optional. It's an optional thing. If you want, you can do carton, crate, right? A single piece we cannot order, right? We need to mention the order unit. So example, I'll take order unit as crate. Crate. So then I need to tell my system that how much material comes under one crate, how much materials comes under one crate, I need to tell that. Then purchasing group, as of now we not created any purchasing group. So what I'll do, I'm going to press F4 and I'll select any one of these purchasing group. I'll select 0001. Plant status, material status we discussed. Tax indicator for financial material, not required. Then automatic PO. What do you mean by automatic PO? In real time, what we do, we are not going to maintain purchase order manually. In real time, I'll show what is the difference between manual and automatic. First, we'll understand how to post the purchase order manually. Then we'll see how to post the purchase order automatically. We're having the options. Some materials we can maintain automatically. Some materials we can maintain for manually, like that. If you want to maintain this material automatically, then I need to select this one. Okay. Now I'm not going to select. Later I'll discuss. About these configurations. Then batch management. Batch management means some similar material or one material with a different classification. Like we are having sugar, right? Sugar, we are having so many classification like white sugar, then brown sugar, then sugar-free sugar, like that, sugar-free sugar. So this kind of classification we are having in sugar. So we are going to give a batch number for this. According to that, we can see the balances of material, how much batch we are having, how much materials we are having. Then purchase value key. We are having a separate topic regarding purchase value key. We will discuss that one. What is purchase value key, all these things. Means purchase value key, in that we can maintain the reminder for vendors. And under delivery and over delivery tolerance. Under delivery means, say assume that your order for 100 quantity, but vendor has sent 120 quantity. will be acceptable or not, that will be maintained under tolerances. Again, under tolerance means you order for 100 quantity, vendor has sent only 80 quantity, will be accepted or not, will be acceptable or not, that will be maintained under delivery and over delivery tolerances. Then GR processing time. GR processing means goods receipt processing time. After purchase order, vendor is going to send the material to us, right? After that, we need to process goods receipt. We need to maintain the goods receipt process. How many days do you require to do the GR processing? Then post inspection to stock. After purchase of this material, it will go to inspection. If it is in a critical part, then it will select this. Then quota arrangement usage. What do you mean by quota? Quota means we require material X 1000 quantity monthly basis. Assume that we require material X 1000 quantity on monthly basis. What we do, we are going to, or this material will be supplied by 4 vendors. Say we are having vendor 1, vendor 2, vendor 3, then vendor 4. Vendor 1 and 2. These materials will be delivered by 4 vendors. Okay. We can, according to the quality, according to the delivery time, we can give the quota. Like vendor 1 is very good, so I am going to give 35% of quota to him. That means 350 quantity he is going to deliver. Then this vendor 3, I will give 30%, this 20%, then 15%. Like that we can give the quota. Assume that if this person is not supplying the goods on time, or the quality is not that much is good. So what we can do, we can delete this vendor, either we can add a new vendor, or else this quota we can distribute to these vendors. That is also possible. Right, that is what is called as quota arrangement. That is what we call as quota arrangement. Then source list. Source list. What is source list? So assume that you are looking for source list means one minute. Source list means, so assume that you are having a vendor who used to deliver the goods on regular basis, but for some reason, for 2 or 3 months he is not able to deliver the goods. For some reason he is not able to deliver the goods for 2 or 3 months. So for 2-3 months you cannot stop the production, right? For 2-3 months you cannot stop the production. So for 2-3 months you can source that material with other vendors. So for temporary purpose we can source the material with different vendors. Okay, that is what called as source list. Source list. Okay. This all comes under purchasing. Now we will come to purchase order text. See, once you click on purchase order text or any other option, it will ask for unit of measure, crate versus, or crate equals each. For one crate, I need to tell how many pieces of material. So what I will do, I am not going to maintain the order unit here. So it will be confused for you people. So what I will do, I am not going to maintain anything here. So now I click on purchase order text. Text means, so I need to mention the text here, what kind of material we are receiving. So while receiving any parcel from Amazon or Flipkart, they mentioned regarding material, right? So that is what we call as text, means handle with care or any other things. This is glass item, this is open, this is a top, this is a bottom, like that they are mentioned, right? That text I need to maintain here, or else what I'll do, I'm going to mention, or I'm going to copy this text and paste it here. And it comes in English language. It comes in English language, so I need to mention. We can have many languages. Say we are purchasing from Japan and Korea and China. They will not use English language, right? Then I need to mention to what kind of material we receive. That can be maintained here. That is a text. That is a use of text. MRP1 is material requirement planning. As I told you, this data or this fields is linked with production department or PP department. Production or PP department. MRP group is there. MRP group not yet created. Press F4, not yet created. Then ABC indicator, ABC high significance, medium significance and low significance. High significance material means this material is very important for production, then I'll go with A. If it is a medium, then I'll go with B. If it is a low, then I'll go with C. Okay. Use any one option. It's not mandatory. Okay. Material status as we discussed. Material type. Sorry, MRP type. MRP type. MRP type means, as I told you, this data or this view is linked with production department. MRP means material requirement planning. Any material requirement is there from production department, what they do, they are going to send a request to us. Or we can maintain some level here, means reorder point level. Reorder means we are going to maintain some levels of that material. If that material comes below that, system will take the order. Order means purchase order. System will take automatic purchase order. So on that time we require, or MRP is required for material required to production department. Automatically they will give the requirement to us. We'll discuss in MRP in coming classes. Okay. So I'm not having any MRP type here. As of now, we are not having any plan. So what I'll do, I'm going to select ND. We're having so many MRP type here, and I'm going to select ND. ND means no planning. So as of now, I'm not having any plan. We'll discuss that one later. Then MRP2. MRP2, here you can see the procurement type. Procurement type, here F is there. F is stands for external procurement. How it has picked up? Hope you remember at the time of Logistic General, in OMS2, attributes of material type, OMS2 and RPRM, this is material type. Double click on that. See here, external purchase order and internal purchase order we maintain. External purchase order we selected 2. 2 stands for external purchase order allow. It should be allow the purchase order. And 0 internal purchase order we selected 0. 0 stands for no internal purchase order. So here in material it is telling that this procurement type will be external one. That's the reason it has selected F. Okay. Then batch entry, special procurement, we'll discuss that one. Quota arrangement usage also is there. Then GR processing time. Then planned delivery time, I will give 5 or 7 days. 5 days. Planned delivery time means if you want to deliver the goods or if you want to issue the goods to production, how much time you require? I need to tell that. I'll give 5 days. Then I'll come to accounting one. And valuation class. Here we are having the standard valuation class 3000. I'll select that one. And price control also we discussed. We are having 2 types of price control. One is moving average price and standard price. For raw material, I am going to select moving average price. And here I need to mention the price of this material. It is not mandatory, although it is not mandatory, but here for saving purpose I need to give some price. Say I'll give 1000 rupees. Just a moment. ಹಾಂ ಹೇಳಿ ಸಚಿನ್. ಹಾಂ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ಹಾಂ ಏನಂತ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ? ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ SAP ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸೋಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು SAP ಲಾಗನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಂ 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 ಓಕೆ. ಹಾಂ SAP ಲಾಗಾನ್ ಹಾಂ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದಲ್ಲ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸರ್ವರ್ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. SAP ಲಾಗಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಐಕಾನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಡಬಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಲಾಗಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಂಟರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಯೂಸರ್ ನೇಮ್ SAP ಯೂಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. SAP ಯೂಸರ್, ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ India 123. ಹಾಂ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೀವು. ಅದೇ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. ಡೆಮೋ ವರ್ಷನ್ ಅದರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ. ಓಕೆ. Sorry. Okay, we'll continue. So after this materials data, I'll click on save. Now see, this material has been created. 6221110000 is my material number. Right. If you want to modify, go to MM02. Go to MM02, and here input your material number, enter, and in which area or in which view you want to modify. Just select that one. Say I want to modify in basic data 1. Just select that data and click on enter. And if you want to do any changes here, you can change and save it. Then it will be updated in that particular system. Okay. Next, if you want to see that one display MM03, if you want to see that data, or if you want to view the material, then go to MM03. And here you need to input your material number, enter, and in which view you want to display the material. You need to select that one. Okay, this is the basic data. Just enter. Or if you want to see all the data, you can select also. That also you can select. See, this is view. But here we cannot do any changes. Okay, now In MM02 we are going to change. Then if you want to see what are the changes you can do here, you can see here MM04 is there. In MM04 you can come here and you can see what kind of changes and who did the changes and everything you can see here MM04. Then MMAM is there. MMAM is there. MMAM is for change the material type. So mistakenly you had given while creating material, mistakenly you had given some other material type. Then you want to change it to other material types. So then you can use this option. MMAM. So this one new material type you can see. So this raw material you created, but you want to change it to semi-finished good, then you can do the changes here. Come and do the changes here. Okay, then click on execute. It will get changed. Then okay, you can delete the material here. Flag for deletion is there. MM06 is there. You can go with delete. The data will be permanently deleted from the database. It will permanently delete from database. MM06 is there. Okay, then here also we can see MM11 is there. We can schedule the material. Means schedule means it will be saved in the system, but it will activate when we require. Say I want to schedule the material for some other day, like on 19th or 20th, it should be activated. Yes, MS, tell me. Yes, MS.
The material what we want to delete means previously if we have purchased that, whether that also it will going to delete.
No, that is not possible. Only the document which is no document is there, then that material we can delete. Already we having the orders or already we having the receipt, then we can block that. Block option is there. Block means for next level we cannot use that. For a next or coming purchase order we cannot, or we can restrict to use that.
Okay, but that material will be there.
Yes, definitely it will be there in the system. It will be in the system, but we can block that. That will not get deleted in the system. It will be get blocked in the system. Blocked end and that will be in the system. Block means we cannot use that. Block is for temporary purpose, right? Yes. Okay, fine. So here I can schedule the material. Say I want to activate this material from, or I want to use this material from this 20th February 2022. Okay, that also possible. Then we are having one more option. We saw the options in create general, right? Like that we are having one more option called create special. What does it mean? Create special means, see we are having a T code MMR1, there we can create only raw material. MMB1, there we can create only semi-finished product. MMF1, there we can create only finished product, like that. If you double click on MMR1, see here we can see the material and we can see the industry sector, but here we cannot see the material type because MMR1 is this T code used only for creation of raw material. You can use this option also. You can use this option also. Or else better go with MM01, that is very easy to understand and easy to create the material. Okay, so this is what about material master. Fine, I'll do one thing. I'll stop here today and we'll continue the class Monday. Okay then, bye. Good night.